Thank you for listening to the Simply Syndicated Federation. For more great shows like these, visit us at simplysyndicated.com.
Nerd Hurdles.
Hello.
Welcome to Nerd Hurdles.
The podcast that encourages you.
Helps you.
It used to be encourages. Didn't it used to encourage?
It used to encourage you to dork and nerd on and geek out.
But now it helps you
Overcome your geek prejudices.
with snark.
That is correct.
Wait. I want to do it in Lady Grantham voice.
Cora Grantham or Maggie Smith Grantham?
She's the Dowager Countess.
Right.
Cora Grantham.
Is she a Grantham? Oh, she is, because...
She's a Grantham.
Not a Crowley. She's a Grantham.
Well, I don't know that it's
Yeah,
mutually
no.
exclusive.
Yeah, I don't know.
Welcome to Nerd Hurdles, the podcast that encourages you. I can't do it. I can't do it unless I hear her do it right before she says it.
Yeah, I see you're sounding a little bit more like a Harry Potter character.
She is a Harry Potter character.
Well, no, Maggie Smith is a Harry Potter character.
No. Minerva McGonagall is a Harry Potter
Yes.
character.
But, Cora, not a Harry Potter character.
She is the caricaturiest caricature in that show.
Yes.
And that is saying something. Because that is a caricature fest. Dear listeners, if you're just tuning in now, at the beginning of the episode, we are talking about Downton Abbey.
That is correct.
Which we are evidently obsessed with.
Watching it has prevented us at least one weekend from recording a new episode.
Yeah, and this weekend, the only reason there's an episode is because it's got to be about Downton Abbey. What else is there in the world?
Yeah.
Scenery! Sorry, excuse me.
Oh, yeah. You've been reading Snary
Shut up!
non-stop for a couple of weeks. How did that start?
It started at Christmas.
That long ago? It's been ramping up. It's
been like, what do you call that? It's been oscillating, or more like it's been ebbing and flowing.
But it seems like also accelerating.
It's a perfect storm. It's a perfect Snary storm. And let me explain to you what the perfect Snary storm is.
Right. And just in case anybody is lucky enough not to know what Snary is.
No, make them look it up. Look it up, you lazy fucking internet bitches. If you don't know what Snary is, look it up and expand your horizons.
Yes. So this perfect storm.
Well, Christmas happened.
Yes.
And we watched all the Harry Potters.
We did watch all the Harry Potters.
Within the space of a week.
Far less than a week. I think it was like a space of 3 days.
It was tight.
Yeah.
And so then I started reading Snary again.
Yep.
So at first it was just like, oh, ha ha ha, remember when. But then I started to feel the impending doom of going back to work.
Right.
So then it was this full-on escapist Snary.
Right. You were ensnared by the escapism of Snary.
I was ensnarried.
Yeah.
If you will.
Mm-hmm.
And then I went back to work.
Right.
And then, I kind of waned. That was a wane period.
Right.
But then a whole bunch of shitty shit happened. Like a white privilege shit ton of shitty shit.
Right. I don't know if we don't have to speak about the specifics. I'm not sure I remember what you were referring to, but
doesn't matter. It was
shitty.
It was shitty. Not super shitty. White privilege shitty.
Right.
But still shitty.
You mean like white people's problems, hashtag. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Okay, there was like one part that was legitimately shitty. But the point is...
Yeah.
That drives a person back to the Snary.
Right. Yeah. Okay. So basically it is like just being like addicted to something, and the more you use, the more you need.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I mean by it's like ramping up.
Well, I don't know that it's necessarily been ramping up. It's just been responding to the need.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen you without your iPad in your hand for like more than 15 minutes in a couple weeks. Of course, I don't see you like during the workday when you wouldn't, be reading Snary.
Right.
Unless you're reading Snary. at work as well. So you have some downtime.
No, some downtime, Abbey. Da-da-da-da-da-da! Segue!
Yeah, so to help wean you off the snare, we've been watching Downton Abbey, which we have the first 3 seasons on DVD.
Yeah. Where are we going to get the next ones?
I don't know. Well,
Tune in, listeners, for our next episode about internet crimes.
Well, I think season 4 gets released next week on DVD.
It's going to be $100 million. We're going to watch it illegally on the internet, which is terrible. It's PBS.
Maybe it won't be $1 million. I don't know.
It's actually kind of pissing me off a little bit, so I don't know how keen I'll be to watch season 4 anyway.
The way that they've been playing you like a fiddle, as you said.
They play me like a fucking fiddle.
I think it's actually just called character arc and character development, where you
Well,
have
sure,
shitty,
but it feels
shitty
like an E sharp.
shitty characters become good, and good characters become shitty people.
But not Anna, man. Anna's fucking solid.
Well,
That just means that she's about to do something horrible.
or is she the one that gets raped in the season 4?
Yes! Did you really want to know?
Well, I had assumed for a long time because it's like if
Previous spoiler alert.
there's only like a few choices. It's like Daisy or Anna, and maybe Mary, maybe in some, but that'd be some character we hadn't seen yet. Maybe Richard Carlisle could come back or something and be crazier than he was.
I would be... Okay, so knowing before we even watched it that it was Anna.
Yeah.
From that person, someone said it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they didn't say it, but I looked it up. God damn it.
So it was really, they may as well have not spoilered because
They said that somebody got raped.
right. And it was on the on our Facebook page
You think you're safe on Facebook, but you're not.
Where they were incensed and mortified that this would be used as like some sort of ratings grab or something like that.
We're going to have to talk about this again when we actually see it, but
because
until then, I prefer it be Anna to Daisy.
Well, yeah, but I don't think it would be...
Anna is going to be able to deal with that.
Well,
Daisy would not be able to deal with that.
It was also, they've moved Daisy away from that kind of... I don't know, vulnerable character into more of a comedic role almost or something. Whereas
she's somewhat less vulnerable, but I don't care what they're doing with her as far as the script goes.
Yeah.
She's still Daisy, who really seems committed to right and wrong in a way that would make it not okay for her to get raped.
Yeah, and also the fact she still seems 12, even though it is now being 8 years since the first episode.
Let me just get my iPad. My hand is burning for its contact because it's been however many minutes, and we'll see how old Daisy is.
But reality time has no bearing on Downton Abbey time, though, because
I know that, but this is just a tiny crumb that we could have.
Right, like how old is that actress actually?
Yeah, and later we'll play Who'll You Sleep With in Downton Abbey. Stay tuned, listeners. Daisy. Let's see how many letters I have to put in before Downton comes up. Daisy D. Duke. Downton Abbey. Oh, she's so adorable. Except, you know what? She's like a not shitty version of Bella.
Bella Swan?
1985.
Right. So
That's a lot older than I would have guessed.
Well, I assumed that she was older, but how old do you think the character Daisy was supposed to be in the first?
Assumed that she was older?
Well, just because actors usually are.
She's 1 year younger than my brother.
I know, but that makes sense. Like,
Do you know what partly it is? Do you know why she looks so much younger?
because she's minute and has that big forehead, like, which just makes her look like an infant.
No, it's because they're not wearing any makeup.
Well, yeah, there's that.
I'll tell you how tall she is. Yes.
I'm guessing 5'3".
5'4".
Oh, there you go. She's not 6'1", which is too tall to be a footman, apparently. I had no idea that this was like a part of being a footman or not being a footman.
Are you surprised that it is, though?
Not really, but it was just sort of like, wow, I never thought about the fact that height being too tall to do a job like that. Mm-hmm. How they want a little
They want someone who's going to blend.
And also probably doesn't make the lords feel inferior physically, It's not intimidating. But how old do you think Daisy, the character, was supposed to be in the first season? Like, was she supposed to be 12, 13, 14, 16?
I'd say 14 to 16.
Yeah, because the thing about Downton and Abbey is they have this weird thing where historical time moves quite...
Like at a lightning pace.
But the whole thing, like, that storylines that we've seen in 2.5 seasons so far.
10 years! 10 years! It's 10 years, isn't it?
No, I think it was 1912 was the first.
And it's only just 1920?
Which is 8 years. But it's only about maybe 2 to 3 years of actual, like, story time in those characters' lives, realistically.
But that's the pace of life, maybe.
So if Daisy was 14 8 years ago, she still seems to be that 14-year-old girl. Like, maybe a little older. Now she's 17. But really, in reality, she'd be 20-something. I don't know. It's just like a very...
28? I guess it's not that up to date. Seasons we're watching. So probably 26 or 27.
Yeah. So,
Which
but she
is
doesn't...
how old guessed that I was. Which would mean I was Doogie Howser.
Maybe she was just sucking up.
Nah. She believes it.
Right.
But either way, whether I'm 27 or 28 or whatever I actually am, 35, I'm a spinster.
In Downton Abbey time.
Yes.
Well, I guess you're living in sin, which would be even worse.
I suppose so.
Back then. Unless you live in Ireland and no one cares about anything.
Ireland sounds like the bomb. No, but no one in Ireland would care that she was fancy.
Yeah.
What a fucked up thing to be Thomas Branson, though. To go from being the chauffeur to actually sitting at the table.
Yeah, to being sort of a gentleman.
But he's definitely the only person who could have handled it.
Yeah. He's one of the only sort of, I don't know, he's a weird character. Because he's definitely like likable. There's stuff to like about him. But he's also sort of a non-character in some ways.
He's a trope.
Yeah. Well, it's sort of hard to what to make of him.
Yes.
Because
on one hand, you recognize the oppression he experiences as like not being upper class.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you still recognize the privilege he has for being male.
Yeah.
Because he has that. He does douchey dude things to Sybil.
Yeah.
At the same time as he's being oppressed. Like, it's confusing. It's confusing for me.
I think it was more I was speaking. There's that, but he doesn't really have a reason for existence.
Who
just as a
among
character.
us does?
No, I just mean as a character, just from a pure character rating standpoint. He's sort of like this guy that was only there to be the guy
to be a plot line?
Yeah, to be a plot line for Sybil. And he doesn't really have any existence outside of that. And they're like struggling to give him some sort of, I don't know, because for like seasons, multiple seasons, all he did was stand by the car with a rag in his hand. And
that
Sybil...
is bullshit, because at the very beginning, or quite early on, he gave her those pamphlets about the vote for women.
Yeah.
That is the most realistic love story that has been told in that whole series.
Yeah, well, the Mary and Matt love story.
Matt. You guys are, like, super familiar now.
Lord Matthew.
Matt.
Is he a lord? Is that what he is? Or I don't know. Yeah.
Apparently he's Matt.
Well, that's what they called him, isn't it?
They never called him Matt.
I guess
Oh, my
Matthew.
God. I love that you're calling him Matt, because that's going to be less confusing in my life.
Well,
what were you saying about Matt?
Scene missing, in which Jacob asks just what the basis for Matthew Crawley's and Mary Grantham's supposed deep love is. Seriously. Does anyone believe there's any fucking chemistry there? At all?
It's sort of like you have to buy into it before
I think
allowing
it's
it to
based
work,
entirely on them both being in situations that they didn't choose.
Yeah. But what do they see in each other? They don't seem like either of them contain any qualities other than being gentle people of the same sort of social rank.
They're accepting of each other in a weird way that no one else
Yeah.
is.
They are, but is Herlag.
No,